quickly in there, referee Nicholson. 21 minutes of the game gone, and we've had 11 penalties on my board. And Wayne Jackson positioning the ball from the centre. Just kicking it from the ground, I should say, as opposed to kicking it out of his hands. Must feel safer, and obviously you've got to do what you think fit. But the rain pouring down here. I'm under a bit of cover. Unfortunately, your cameraman for today, Peter, he's out in the elements. Some people get all the best jobs, don't they? But it's Barrow in possession. Creary from acting half-back, but Saints penalised for offside. 10 yards short of the halfway line. Jackson with the kick over to the main stand side here at Craven Park this afternoon. So whereas before we had lots of people along the edges, well, it's quite well covered here at Barrow. I mean, we give them the credit. The ground's in excellent condition. It certainly looks good for playing rugby on, and it's quite a little compact ground. Cover on all four sides. Barrow are in possession, trailing by 10 points to 0. 23 minutes of the game gone. Sonny Nicol in the tackle, Kendall coming through. Now it's Chris Honey trying to get things going. Didn't look so bad as we started on the trip up to Cumbria, but shocking weather. Barrow chip it through, then it's hacked on again, but Alan Hunt comes up with it, and Hunt's on his way. Pace Merchant Hunt, revelling in this new lease of life at full-back. George Mann now. Well, Jared McCracken, I mean, he's only been here nearly a couple of weeks, and he'll be getting his taste of good old English weather. Neil releases it to Cooper. Saints just a little bunched on the far side. Sonny Nicol now moving it over to the right. But Barrow, they are sticking to the task. They're putting some solid tackling in. There's no danger about that. It's the last tackle of this sequence for the Saints. Griffiths chips it through. The chase is on. Well, that's a knock on. That's offside. A knock on and offside. But the offside decision is given. Saints going to play it quickly. Dwyer picks it up. It's on to George Mann, driving for the corner. I thought George Mann was going to release it, but he's lost the ball. So Saints pay the penalty there. George Mann trying to release it. Sullivan on the outside. He lost it. Was knocked forward. Scrum down with the Barrow feed. Barrow gets scrum possession, bring it up blindside, but Jonathan Griffiths is there. Halts the Barrow attack temporarily. John Neal in solidly with Chris Joint as well. Made his debut last week with Jared McCracken, did Chris Joint. He was on the subs bench. He came on, he had a good game. But Chris Honey there, bursting through. Shows quite a bit of class there, Chris Honey. Well, really bucketing it down here now. Chris Honey chips it through. Alan Hunt quickly down, covers it up, gathers the ball and drives away to Hunt. He's one class player, is Hunt. Gets it away to Connolly, but good tackling there, excellent tackling from Barrow. Moving in quickly, stopping the Saints charge. Barrow penalised for offside. He's certainly been keen on this offside as referee Nicholson for both sides. Pemberton there just being warned. But John Griffiths will find touch on the open side here. 10 yards short of the Barrow 20-yard line. Cooper Inside ball to John Neal, taking it up, looking for support. Cooper's there and there's a big hole in the middle. Nickel can't take it. St. spilled the ball again. But Saint's penalised yet again for moving up too quickly at the play of the ball. It's a pity the referee wasn't as efficient last week against Wakefield, because he'd have had a field day. But this fella Nicholson, he's one of the new breed of first-class referees. And it's Wayne Jackson finds touch on the main stand side. 27 minutes gone, 10 points to 0 the score. Barrow in possession. And Saints penalised again, obviously offside again is the decision. 8 penalties each, I make it. 27 minutes play, so it's 16 penalties. Certainly not conducive to open play, is it? But the man in the middle, he's supposed to be in, well, he is in charge, isn't he? But Kitchen kicks it deep, finds touch for about 10 yards, or just less than 10 yards from the Barrow line. It's Curry to play it. Karasoma on the as the first receiver. Put a lot of effort into the attack of Barrow on the occasions that they've been down in the Saints 10-yard area. They're looking to Boyle, a knock on there. Very unlucky, just taking his eye off the ball. I think it was loose forward there, Morrow just took his eye off the ball, or it was Morrow, or was it the centre that had come in field? But Saints have possession. Bringing it away, Alan Hunt again. He's looked very sharp from the back as Hunt. Obviously difficult conditions underfoot. There's plenty of rain, but the pitch looking in excellent condition. And we've had some rain over the past few days. Well, now it's Cooper on to John Neal. Turns it back, Dwyer took it well, excellent take. Saints keep it going, it's Sonny Nickel now. A lot of juggling there, but Saints have possession. Sonny Nickel brought down. Solid tackling by Barrow again. Curry moving up quickly, but it's Saints looking to penetrate this Barrow defence. It's Joint. Griffiths and Rapati on his left, he couldn't release it. Last tackle of this sequence. Well, Curry there. But it's now with Gary Connolly. Inside ball to Chris Joint. That was on the 6th tackle, that. And Saints been allowed to play it, but very unlucky there. They could have possibly been awarded a penalty as Curry was in an offside position. But Connolly run it up. Joint was with him. Brought down in the Barrow 20. Ten minutes of the half remaining. Saints scoring 10 points in the first 10 minutes, so we've had no scoring since. Good tackling by Barrow, and obviously we've had this shower, but George Mann coming up with the ball. Loose play by Barrow. Saints have possession. Nickel, Dwyer, Jonathan Griffiths, Cooper. Good ball there to Tia Rapati. Well, taken a little high, but he broke free of the tackle, but he's not allowed to go on. Thought the referee might have played advantage. There didn't look anything malicious in that tackle. It was high, we know it was high, but it didn't look malicious, but he's being spoken to. There is the scrum half, is it? Jackson that's being spoken to. But a penalty going the Saints' way. It's been knocked back. Nickel has possession, Cooper spreading it. Chris Joint, Alan Hunt moving up, but it's a long ball to Sullivan. Can he squeeze it at the corner? No, I don't think. He's in touch. He's forced into touch. Excellent cover defence from Barrow. They looked as though they were stretched there. The Saints moved it from the right over to the left. A long ball. Sullivan took it well, but he couldn't get in. Good tackling by Barrow and forced Sullivan into touch. Solid tackling by the Saints. Bernard Dwyer, Chris Joint and Shane Cooper in there. Cooper leading by example. Though it's brightening up a little, the rain easing a touch. And it's Barrow in possession, out of their own 20-yard area. Solidly tackled there. Chris Joint and George Mann taking a knock there. Got something in his eye. Perhaps a bit of mud in the eye. Sixth and final tackle of this sequence. As Barrow are in possession, looking to spread it. Well, crossing, I think he's going to give. Penalty to the Saints, yes. Crossing is the indication. Barrow trying to bring it to crossfield, looking for a bit of space. Bringing the wingman in, Pat Traynor. But he couldn't do so. Saints awarded the penalty. Jonathan Griffiths just outside the 20-yard area and finds touch 5 yards inside the 20. Dwyer now will restart, and Saints with 6 tackles to drive the ball up and hopefully get more points on the board. 10-0 they're in the lead. 33 minutes of the game gone. Cooper, short ball to John Neal. Always there driving up John Neal. Does a sterling job in the pack. Griffiths, Rapati. Oh well, Saints with a bit of a mix-up. It looks like an offside decision there. Yes, it is offside. Gary Connolly picking the ball up in an offside position after the Saints had fluffed it. Well, obviously the referee, yes, Rapati is being brought out. Something must have been said out of turn. The referee just letting him know that he's the boss, and that's it. Looks Jackson positions it again, 10 yards outside the 20-yard line. Kicking over to the main stand side. Last week in their 1912 defeat, there was tries from Honey and Colosi with the 2 Jackson goals. They're not on the board this afternoon, but Colosi there driving forward, big New Zealander, taking it upfield. And Barrow now with an excellent run there after that penalty award, bringing it up to the Saints 20-yard line. Lofted ball, out to solid tackling there. Steve Rowan coming through, running hard. Jackson attacked in half-back. Barrow bring it blind. Chris Honey. Good ball to the wingman, Pat Traynor. But he's in touch. But Barrow there, they're trying to spread it wide. Looking to put the players through, running hard onto the ball. This Rowan and Traynor wing partnership. But Saints have possession. Tony Sullivan inside, Rapati can't take it. The ball's still loose. And the referee there forming the scrum with the Barrow feed. The Saints are judged to have knocked on. Or was it the forward pass? But anyway, it's Chris Honey. Barrow win the scrum possession. Looking very sharp in centre field of Barrow. They've contained the Saints after the opening 10 minutes. They've contained them for 25 minutes. And Barrow are spreading it. Sonny Nicol coming through. So Barrow now. Robinson the left centre. Well, Saints penalised. Reaping the ball out. Chris Joint is the alleged perpetrator this time. 36 minutes of the game gone, 20 penalties in all, 10 to each side. With that one just given by referee Nicholson against Chris Joint for reaping the ball out of the Barrowman's hands. So Jackson now, this scrum half, kicks it deep over to the far side. Has it found touch? Well, it has, yes. Les Quirk jumped for it, but couldn't save it. And it's Barrow now to put the scrum down. Well, it's touched the plate, doesn't make any difference. It's going to be Barrow feed. There's a penalty anyway. Barrow gets the scrum possession. Robinson now from the base of the scrum. Barrow trying to put a ploy together. Chris Honey goes to change the direction and bringing it over right. Dummy's to take it over left. Saints don't take the dummy. Barrow still in possession. Colosi now, powerful front row forward. Just outside the Saints 20-yard area. Stuart Rhodes, substitute forward on. Well taken by Chris Honey, took it well on his fingertips to Pemberton, but Jared McCracken takes him well. The referee moves in, obviously something in that tackle. McCracken moved in quickly. He's going to be spoken to, but as with the other one, I didn't think there was anything in that tackle at all. Just when the Barrow man got penalised, but it was Pemberton and McCracken that was involved in that this time. Barrow awarded the penalty 2 minutes before the interval. And a chance now for Barrow to get points on the board. Wayne Jackson, the goal-kicking scrum half. And just inside the 20-yard area, more or less centre field. Strikes it well. Yes, just inside the right-hand post. So Jackson ensuring that Barrow are not whitewashed. 2 points to 10. Saints kick it off quickly. Barrow pick it up in their own in-goal area. An excellent tackle there. Bernard Dwyer quickly in. The Saints tackling machine, Dwyer. So Saints putting pressure on Barrow. They've done well to keep the score down to 10 points to 2. Chris Honey again. He's been the hub of the Barrow attack. Saints roll off him quickly. Joyce and Nickel. In the dying minutes of this first half. Loose ball there by Barrow. Saints going to capitalise on this. Cooper out to Rapati, out to McCracken. He's got to drive at this. Sullivan takes it well. Well, that looked a little high again as the wingman there, Pat Traynor, came in on Tony Sullivan. That certainly did look a little high, but McCracken feeding the ball out to Sullivan. He came, he's sidestep inside, but Traynor had him. Saints are going to be penalised. Saints are going to be awarded the penalty, I do beg your pardon. And Trainor's going to be spoken to in front of Captain Chris Honey there. I think Saints will elect to play it. The referee just chastising the player. Bernard Dwyer onto John Neal. Saints will have to get lined out. We're in stoppage time now. 40 minutes gone on the clock. The Saints will need more points on the board. George Mann driving up. Releases it, touched a Barrow player, and Bernard Dwyer picks it up. The referee not waved the tackle count off as of yet. Well, he hasn't at all. So it mustn't have touched a Barrow player in his eyes. Griffiths looking for the gap, puts Rapati into a big hole. Inside ball there. McCracken, is he in? Yes. McCracken scores his first try for the Saints. Excellent play there. Griffiths, lovely ball onto Tia Rapati. Jaron McCracken out of his left centre position over there on the right, and he comes up with the points. Jared McCracken is first try for the Saints in his second game. And Tia Rapati now looking to add the extra points on. 16 points to 2 it'll be if Rapati can slot this one over. We say the rain has stopped. We're out in the open again. Certainly the weather is a great leveller, and Barrow, even though they are struggling in the third division, we thought they once might have played it at Nosey Road, or elected to go to Nosey Road, but obviously not. There's no like playing on your own middin, is there? But half-time here at Craven Park, with Saints just scoring right on the half-time hooter. It's Saints in the lead by 14 points to 2. Tries from Nicol, Connolly and McCracken there right on the interval, with Tirapati with one conversion to the Connolly try, and the Barrow points coming from a Jackson penalty goal just 2 minutes before the interval. Half-time here at Craven Park, Lancashire Cup first round tie, Barrow 2, Saints 14. Well, we're back with you now for the second half. Just before we get underway, I've got a special mention, one of Saints' most ardent fans, Leslie Pendlebury, and her husband Gerard. Leslie has just given birth to a bouncing baby boy named Adam Thomas on Friday the 11th of September at 11 AM in the morning. And Leslie's sister Barbara, who with her husband Martin run the Bird at the Hand pub at the top of Dunriding Lane there, she, a local popular watering hole, she was down at a fast rate of knots to the supporters club. She's enrolled him as maybe the youngest member of the supporters club, but if you know different, just let me know. Obviously no prizes if you do know, but special greetings from all the Saints and all the Saints video team to Leslie Pendlebury and Gerard, and a proud mother and father of a bouncing boy, Adam Thomas, last Friday. Anyway, we'll get underway now. Barrow to kick off. Deep kick, Gerard McCracken stops it with his leg, drives it forward. Tries to get up and play it quickly. Now it's George Mann looking to run hard and strong and true. Obviously trouble with a back injury, as we've said. But it's Saints in possession. And 22 penalties we had in that first half. The referee Nicholson certainly doing a bit of nitpicking on the quiet. The ball back to John Griffiths. Kicked deep. Full back Graham Petcher takes it well. Jackson at dummy half. Barrow lose possession. Gary Conley, well, the ball there, it must be like a bar of soap. Saints just couldn't capitalise on the Barrow mistake. It's going to be a scrum down with a Barrow feed, right below our camera and commentary position, on the 10-yard line inside the Barrow half. The ball come out Barrow side, as you would expect, but referee Nicholson is not happy with it. Jackson to feed it again. That's better, he says. Barrow taking the scrum 6-4 in the first half. Saints have possession. Alan Hunt driving it over to the left, gives it to Sullivan. Takes him on the outside to Sullivan, but he's brought down. He keeps in field. Quick play the ball by the Saints. Cooper onto Chris Joint, bringing across centre field. Second tackle of this sequence of 6 now, and Bernard Dwyer moves it left. Cooper onto Rapati, sidesteps and has to take the tackle. Certainly Barrow, the tackling has held pretty firm throughout the match, but it's Cooper onto John Neal. 5 yards short of the Barrow line. Saints in the lead, 14 points to 2. Along the line again, John Griffiths. Well, the toughness of the tackle there, shaking the ball from Griffiths' hands. And Barrow now back in possession in their own 20-yard area. Sonny Nicol and Shane Cooper move over quickly. Nicol again in at the tackle, along with the